RingCentral's AI receptionist uses voice AI to answer on the first ring, so you'll never miss a call again. In just a few minutes, you can personalize your own AI receptionist to answer questions, route calls, schedule appointments, and even send texts in multiple languages. Plus, it's easy to scale. Create unlimited AI receptionists across any phone system. It's all powered by one reliable platform for effortless AI communications. See for yourself at ringcentral.com. RingCentral, voice of your business. RingCentral's AI receptionist uses voice AI to answer on the first ring, so you'll never miss a call again. In just a few minutes, you can personalize your own AI receptionist to answer questions, route calls, schedule appointments, and even send texts in multiple languages. Plus, it's easy to scale. Create unlimited AI receptionists across any phone system. It's all powered by one reliable platform for effortless AI communications. See for yourself at ringcentral.com. RingCentral, voice of your business.
Hello and welcome to your Monday Halloween update on the Halloween podcast, your source for weekly Halloween news, ghost stories, nostalgia, and spooky history. I am your host, Lyle Perez.
And I'm your co-host, Meghan Cunningham.
And now there are just 82 more days until Halloween. We are getting so close, so close. But this week, we're talking about the business of Halloween, the people who keep the spirit of the season alive all year long, and the way communities continue to come together through their love of all things spooky. Plus, we'll explore some fascinating stories from the world of horror, paranormal, and Halloween nostalgia. Meghan?
So excited.
How are you doing, Meghan?
I am doing great. I have been fully immersing myself in our upcoming countdown, which I'm very excited about.
Yes, the countdown is happening this year, guys. So if you are a fan of the Halloween podcast, you have been for years, you know we do a Halloween countdown, and we usually try to do a theme. Well, for the last couple of years, we tried to do themes, but we got another theme for you this time, and Meghan will tell us all about it.
All right, so we heard your feedback, and we also took on board some of our own things that we really, really wanted to share with you. And so this year, we are going to be doing a Zennial countdown.
Zennial?
So what is a Zennial? A Zennial is someone who was born between the late 1970s and the early 80s. So towards the end of Generation X and toward the elder portion of Millennial. So we lived through all of those things where there were no cell phones, there were no computers.
Nope.
You know, we had that childhood. And then as we got older, maybe late high school into college, all of those things started to become a thing. So we're going to do that because we didn't feel that like Millennial Countdown would really be broad enough. We both grew up during this period, so it's something we lived through and we're really excited about. And yeah, can't wait. So basically, we're going to take you on a fully immersive journey of what it was like for our generation to grow up Halloween.
Yeah.
We have TV specials, we have music, we have foods, we have different things that you could buy. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be absolutely amazing. So when you tune in every single day, you're going to be able to just fully immerse yourself in the Zennial Halloween experience. And we've got it's mostly themed around what we grew up with. So there'll be tons of nostalgia that way. But we do also have some episodes that point to things that were happening in the background that maybe the adults in our lives were enjoying. And of course, it will grow with us. So it'll start off with a lot of the things we enjoyed as kids and go up to the things that we enjoyed as maybe preteens, teenagers, young adults. And we're super, super, super looking forward to sharing it with you guys. And we hope you'll enjoy it as much as we've enjoyed planning it.
Yeah, and we also...
Do you have anything to add?
We also have some celebrity guests as well.
Yes, we have some awesome guests.
We do. We have some that are from our childhood, which so good talking to those people. They always have a lot of good insight and a lot of behind the scenes look at some of the stuff that we grew up with, and it was a lot of fun.
Yes. And so for anyone who's curious, the dates that we're talking about, they're people who were born between like 1977 and 1985. So right on that cusp between Generation X and Millennials. And we all had an analog childhood with a digital young adulthood.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I was right at the tail end of that. I was born in 85. So right at the tail end, I was in there. But I do remember a lot of this stuff, even though I was towards the later end. I remember lots of it.
Well, all of it was still around. You know?
Oh, yeah.
They were still rerunning all of it throughout that whole period.
Yeah.
So, very excited.
Yes.
And I'm sure there are lots of you guys out there who will have lived through all of this. So we're looking forward to reliving it with you. And for anyone who did not live through it, we are looking forward to sharing that experience with you so you get to understand it and pass it along.
Yeah. And call the hotline and let us know what you think. If you have any memories about any of that time period or any of the special shows, and who knows, if we end up doing one of those shows, we might play your voicemail on that episode.
Absolutely.
So get on the hotline and just let us know at the very beginning. Say, hey, this is for the countdown. That way we know not to include it in a weekly one of the weekly updates. So do that, and anything else, Megan?
Just as a note, if you are calling the hotline, bear in mind there's a 3-minute window that you get to tell us about it.
Yes.
So try to keep it clean, family friendly, and just within that 3-minute mark, if you don't mind.
Yeah,
so that we're able to hear everything that you want to say about it.
Yeah, and if you know it's going to be kind of long, kind of like go and then give it a pause, and then you just have to call back, and I'll edit it all together. Don't worry about that.
Yes.
So just do that. But now I guess let's get started with our main stories. Megan, take it away.
All right. First story today is Spencer Spirit Holdings are acquiring Hot Topic.
Whoa.
The company behind Spirit Halloween and Spencer's is expanding in a major way. This week, Spencer Spirit Holdings announced plans to acquire Hot Topic, bringing one of the country's best-known pop culture retailers under the same corporate umbrella as Spirit Halloween and Spencer's. The acquisition connects 3 brands that have become staples for horror fans, Halloween enthusiasts, and lovers of alternative culture. For years, Hot Topic has carried merchandise inspired by franchises like Halloween, Beetlejuice, The Nightmare Before Christmas, Five Nights at Freddy's, and countless other spooky properties. The news has many Halloween fans wondering whether the acquisition could eventually lead to exclusive collaborations, branded horror collections, or even more year-round Halloween merchandise. Halloween culture continues to grow, and companies are increasingly recognizing that October 31st isn't just a holiday. For many people, it's a lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
Super excited about that. I used to spend a lot of time in Hot Topic as a young person.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I didn't know Hot Topic was a thing until like way after high school. I had zero idea. I never really went to malls. I went to malls as a kid with my family.
Yeah.
But I never really went to malls when I got older. So I wasn't part of that.
It was definitely a teen thing for us here.
Yeah.
I only go back now as an adult when I need to go to Bath and Body Works or something that's in the mall. And then usually only during spooky season for their Halloween and fall lines.
Yeah, I only remember really going to the malls during Christmas. I loved going to Christmas. I loved seeing Santa there.
At Christmas.
I loved going just to see it all decked out for Christmas. It was a lot of fun.
They were amazing.
Yeah. But next up, John Carpenter says he'd love to return to Halloween. Could John Carpenter return to Haddonfield? Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. In a recent interview, the legendary filmmaker behind the original Halloween said that he would love to contribute to the franchise again if the right opportunity presented itself. Carpenter, who directed the 1978 classic and composed some of the horror's most recognizable music, has remained involved with the series over the years as a producer and composer. Although he didn't confirm any future projects, his comments have sparked speculation among fans, especially with the new Halloween television series reportedly in development. I'm excited for that.
For sure.
For nearly 50 years, Halloween has remained one of the most influential horror franchises ever created, and for many fans, John Carpenter's involvement has always been an important part of its identity. That's pretty cool. But he might be wanting to get in on that franchise again.
I love when the original directors and things stick with it or get involved, because I feel like, especially Halloween and Friday the 13th and some of these classic older slasher films, they go crazy off-piste, at some point when other people get a hold of them. So I really like to see it sort of circle back and be tightened up again by the man who originally made it. I really would. Yeah.
It's one of those things where I like it when they do that. I don't know, because when Jason went to when he went to space, I was like, yeah, that's not the same.
Yeah,
that's not the same Jason anymore.
No.
So, did you watch any of the new Halloween movies? The new ones that came out? Well, new like years ago now, like within 5-10 years.
As in the continuation of the original franchise?
Yeah.
Different. Yeah. Because I have seen Rob Zombie's iterations of it, but I have not. I just stopped watching. The last original franchise sequel that I watched was Halloween H2O.
Yeah. No,
that was the last time.
I saw the other ones with Jamie Lee Curtis in it, and they were okay. I didn't really like the last one that they did where they actually killed him. But yeah, it was just weird. I don't know.
Yeah, I think sometimes they try too hard to wrap things up or to put things in a way that they think fans are going to like it wrapped up.
It's tough sometimes when you go off the rails and Michael Myers is not human, 100% not human. So when you try to do too much, giving him a lot of inhuman stuff, and then he's supposed to be human, like you can't suspend your disbelief that far and then have to try to ring it back and go like, okay, no, he's just an average old man. Like, what old man can really do all of those things?
I know.
So that's where you run into issues when you just take it too far out and then you try to bring it in. If you're going to take it far out, just leave it out there and make him a ghost, make him a monster, make him something other than being like, well, he's actually just human. You're like, no, he's not. He's not human. Yeah. There's no way he can be.
He's a reanimated corpse or something like that. It was kind of how I always, like, he was human in the original and then they killed him. And then maybe the evil that lived inside him kind of reanimated him.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's sort of what my brain did with it. But yeah, I don't like when they try to keep it going and explain too far. And And the original film to me was perfect as it was. I understand why they become franchises and why they make a bazillion sequels, but I'm actually a fan of like one and done. It was perfect. Leave it. It was great. Like if you just watch the original Halloween, it was perfect. There was no need to do anything else with that. It was just brilliant the way it was. That was just, they meddled. They went too far. They took it too far.
Yeah, they went too far into it. But next up.
All right. Next up, which is my favorite, we have an Ohio community has come together in an extraordinary way this week after 83 families organized an early Halloween celebration for an 11-year-old boy named Soren. Soren, who has autism, loves trick-or-treating, so his mother posted in a neighborhood Facebook group asking whether a few neighbors would be willing to hand out candy for an early birthday surprise. Instead, dozens of families volunteered, decorating their homes and preparing candy, toys, and snacks as Soren made his way through the neighborhood in costume. For Soren, Halloween isn't just about candy, it's about knocking on doors, meeting people, and experiencing the magic of the holiday. What began as a simple request quickly became a powerful reminder of the way Halloween can bring entire communities together. I love this. This should be on every major news station. Like, if there was ever a story to renew your faith in humanity and remind you that people are still nice, like, this is it.
Oh yeah,
this is so nice.
Did you see any of the videos?
I did not.
He's walking around in a banana costume.
Oh,
he's in a banana costume walking down, walking to every single house. Everybody put up like happy birthday decorations. They'd be banners that say happy birthday as he's walking up with his little banana costume on. It was great. It definitely, when I saw that, I was like, no, that's definitely something we have to mention. And at first I was like,
shout out to Soren from Ohio.
Yeah, at first I was like, I think this is an Around the Crypt story, but then I was like, no, this is like a main story. This has to be a main story. It can't be anything less. That is great. I love it. I love it.
Oh, that is so good. I just love that. Like I said, that's my highlight for the week for sure.
If I can find that video again, I'll tag you in it so you can see it.
Yes, please. Thank you.
All right, so that's all of our main stories. Now let's go to Around the Crypt, where we talk about some of the stories that just weren't big enough to make the main story cut, but they should still be mentioned. One of them is Disney unveils new Halloween popcorn buckets. Halloween season has officially arrived at Walt Disney World, and with it comes a brand new collectible popcorn bucket, inspired by the Haunted Mansion. The bucket debuted alongside Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party and features the Hatbox Ghost, and complete with his famous disappearing head effect. The release has already become a hit among Disney collectors and Halloween fans alike.
I am so excited. I have not seen it.
Oh man,
I don't even care because I love the Haunted Mansion.
Mm-hmm.
I love the Haunted Mansion.
Oh, nice.
And I love popcorn. Popcorn is my absolute favorite.
Oh, I love popcorn too.
So I'm like, yeah, this is my favorite thing. And my sister's family and my parents are actually going to Disney and partaking in some of the Halloween fun.
Oh,
next
nice.
month. So nice. I'm going to be like, please, please, please get me a popcorn bucket.
Beg them. Beg them for 2 if you can. That way you can send me one.
I will do my best. Then I can bring it in October.
Or if anybody out there has an extra one that wants to contribute to the Halloween podcast, send it to us. We will be grateful.
And I will definitely ask them. So, Tucson considers Halloween safety measures. Officials in Tucson, Arizona are discussing the possibility of closing parts of downtown to vehicle traffic on Halloween night in an effort to improve crowd management and increase safety. The proposal raises an interesting question. As Halloween celebrations continue to grow, should cities begin treating Halloween the way they treat major festivals and sporting events? I love it. I think it's a great idea. I know it's inconvenient for people who need to drive places, but having lived in Salem for a good while, and they closed down the whole city center, and there are little towns even now where we live where the local police will close off, an area that's particularly well traveled for trick-or-treating.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely keeps everyone safer, makes the night more enjoyable, for families. And I'm all for that.
I'm all for it too.
Just a day, and it's just a day. We
not
can
even
all
a day.
A little bit of inconvenience and it's a night. For a night.
It's like, but no, I really like that cities are finally starting to try to make things safer. Without
banning the celebrations.
Yeah. They know that it's going to be a spectacle now, so they're kind of doing stuff to ensure that people are safe, the little ones are safe, because that's all. Halloween, you shouldn't go out on Halloween and be fearful of of being out, because it's dark sometimes, and you got to have a flashlight, and you just should make it. If people won't really listen and take flashlights with them and wear bright clothes, then you got to do something to help them.
For sure. And it's just, if nothing else, it just makes the whole experience feel more immersive too.
Yeah,
because you get to just enjoy yourself and like people then wander up and down the roads instead of trying to cram onto a sidewalk. But yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, just let kids run around, really. Just let them go at it.
Let the kids be kids. Let them have fun.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. But Tucson, perfect. I'm glad that you're doing that. And if anybody's in Tucson, send us a message.
Pictures and videos.
Yes, let us know.
Of the actual day. We want to see how it worked out.
Yes. All right. This next one I thought was pretty interesting. Could infrasound explain some haunted experiences? A new study published in Frontiers in Behavior Neuroscience suggests that infrared, extremely low frequency sound waves that humans cannot consciously hear may affect our mood and stress levels and could help explain why some people report paranormal experiences in old buildings. Researchers found that participants exposed to infrasound experienced higher stress levels and increased irritability, even though they cannot tell whether the sound was present. The study doesn't claim to disprove ghosts or explain every paranormal encounter, but it does offer an intriguing possibility for why some locations simply feel unsettling. So sound waves is
That's interesting. So it's kind of the opposite of the really high-pitched sound waves we can't hear that dogs can.
Yeah.
But I was like, I've never heard of infrasound, but I'm just trying to figure out what could cause it, like in an old house or something.
Right.
Apparently it's produced by natural geological events, large-scale severe weather, specific animals communicating over long distances, I'm assuming whales and stuff like that, and heavy human-made machinery.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
Yeah. I have really good hearing, so there's a lot of times where I could hear something really, really low or something like I don't know if I feel it more than I hear it. It's like I can feel the wave of it.
And it just irritates you.
Yeah, it just irritates me. Like there was this one time at my house, I had for the life of me had no idea where it was coming from. But I'd open the door and I can hear it. I'm like, man, something is there. And then I'd be like, hey, honey, come look. And then she'd come out and I'm like, do you hear that? She's like, no, I don't hear nothing. I was like, oh man, I must be having a stroke or something. I don't know. Well,
apparently, human-made sources include machinery such as wind turbines, heavy industrial pumps, compressors, and low-speed engines, explosions, and different supersonic aircraft and rocket launches. I'm guessing the latter ones are not such a problem in old houses.
Yeah.
It's an interesting take on it, though. Definitely something I had not thought of.
Yeah, I wonder if sometimes... Like, because we know that they say there is no sound in space, but what happens to the sound wave when you're in space? Does it just continually travel until it hits something? What if like the different planets or the different stars or comets whizzing by in the space do make sound waves, and that sound waves travels through space, and with us constantly spinning around the sun, would we eventually hit one of those sound waves and we hear it and we go, what the heck is that? As we're continuously going around. So maybe that could explain somewhat weird noises that we can probably hear.
Could.
So I don't know. Just
interesting.
Lyle's.
Food for thought. I don't think just in the very short 1 second research that I did there on my phone while you were talking about it, I don't associate any of those particularly with the types of places that you would typically associate with being haunted, though.
Yeah.
They might now have a bunch of wind turbines in the back of a haunted house area, but they weren't there even 20 years ago, 40 years ago, 50 years ago, 100 years ago, when people first started reporting those things. So I think it could be a possible explanation for some of it, but I don't think it disproves the whole thing.
No, but it could also say, sometimes there's people that claim that their house is haunted, and then they go in, they get all these people, and everyone's like, yeah, there's nothing here. So maybe it could explain a case like that, where it's just this one person that's there all the time, and it only happens every now and then. So to them, they're there all the time, but when somebody goes to
exposure.
Yeah. From somebody goes to investigate, it's nothing.
Yeah. We don't know. But
Don't know.
watch this space. Maybe we'll hear more about that in years to come.
Yeah, maybe.
And our last item, another one. This should be on every major news station because it's so feel good. Dan Aykroyd opens the doors to his haunted farmhouse. Dan Aykroyd recently gave fans a look inside his family's farmhouse in Ontario, a property that has been associated with paranormal stories for generations. Aykroyd has often spoken about seances held by his family and has credited those experiences as one of the inspirations behind Ghostbusters. Reports of strange lights and unexplained activity at the home have become part of the family's folklore. Whether you're a believer or a skeptic, it's fascinating to think that one of the most beloved Halloween movies of all time may have been inspired by stories passed down through the generations. Did you see the pictures? They were so cute.
Yes, I did. They're awesome.
Him and his daughter are hanging out in front of their mantle, which, by the way, I feel like got more attention than nearly anything else because in the mantle behind them is all kinds of Ghostbusters memorabilia.
Right.
Very, very cool.
Mm-hmm.
So you get a cool look at them in their farmhouse, but also a cool look at some of his Ghostbusters memorabilia that he has in his private collection. So cute. Cool. So fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's all of our stories. Now, I guess let's move into Code Orange.
Here we go. So there are a few. Code Orange is starting to slow down for the moment. I'm sure it will pick up again a little bit as we get closer to Halloween. But a lot of the people who typically do release early have already released. But we have a few for you this week. And we super appreciate our listeners who send in Code Oranges. So for a start, I want to give a shout out to our listener, Lynn Workman, for sending in some exciting news. The highly anticipated 70th anniversary collaboration between the Jim Henson Company and General Mills Count Chocula cereals has started popping up in some stores across the country. In this collaboration, the traditional Count Chocula characters are transformed into fuzzy Muppet-style characters. And there's official merch available, including cereal bowls and t-shirts on shop.henson.com. And we'll put a link in the show notes for you guys. But it was a collaboration they put together to celebrate Jim Henson's 70th anniversary. And what could be better to celebrate your 70th anniversary than spooky cereal, right? They look really, really cool. And I'm definitely going to... I always get Count Chocula anyway. I was always one of my favorites growing up. But I'm definitely going to have to check out this collab because I'm also a big fan of Jim Henson. So that's our first one. Thank you again to Lynn. We appreciate that. And listener Drew Morris reached out to us on the 4th of August when Starbucks officially announced its fall lineup to let us know that we had got it wrong last week. That's what comes of listening to the internet, folks. Thank you, Drew, for keeping us on the straight and narrow. So Starbucks have now officially announced their fall food and beverage lineup, which will launch on August 25th, not October 1st, as we reported last week. Although that was my own error. That was the byline that I had for a couple Halloween-specific items. But regardless, October 25th is the date that you're working towards for their fall lineup. So thankfully, the wait will be considerably shorter than we thought. The annual pumpkin spice lineup is expanding this year with a few new drinks joining the familiar favorites. So new for 2026 are the iced pumpkin cream shaken espresso, the pumpkin spice chai, and the iced pumpkin cream matcha. Returning are the pumpkin cream cold brew, iced pumpkin cream chai, and the pumpkin spice frappuccino blended beverage. Pecan is also back for the season as well, bringing its combination of nutty flavors, brown buttery notes, and baking spices. So you'll once again be able to order your pecan cortados, your iced pecan crunch latte, and your pecan crunch latte. So again, that's all starting August 25th. Banana is also joining the Starbucks menu this year with 2 new drinks inspired by freshly baked banana bread. So we have the iced banana bread latte and the iced banana bread chai, which both combine banana, cinnamon, and brown sugar for a dessert-like take on a familiar baked treat. So unlike the fall offerings, these 2 are expected to stick around beyond the fall season. But personally, I'm kind of over it already. I'm bananaed out from Dunkin' Donuts carrying banana drinks all summer. And I don't especially consider banana a fall flavor anyway. Yeah, give me all the pumpkin, the apple, maple, pecan. I'm there. Banana had its summer. Can go away now, as far as I'm concerned. And I'm a little bit zesty that way because I'm annoyed, like many people, my fellow Apple Crisp fans, that they did not bring back Apple Crisp to the lineup this year. At least they haven't brought it back right away. So there's already speculation that Starbucks could do what it did last year after there was enormous outcry, and bring back the Apple Crisp beverages through the season following, maybe they've had their pumpkin spice out for a while. They'll do it after that.
Yeah.
As a mid-season release. I hope they do. Apple Crisp would have been so much better than banana bread for a fall beverage. But they are giving us something apple-themed, so we are getting cider. It combines chai with cider-inspired flavors, including cinnamon and sweet spice, and you'll be able to get that either iced or hot. So perhaps the cider will be a good consolation gift, but still want our Apple Crisp, darn it, Starbucks. Get your act together.
Yeah.
So there are also a couple of seasonal treats coming too. They have a new hedgehog cake pop, which is vanilla cake mixed with buttercream and dipped in a chocolatey icing and topped with chocolate sprinkles. They have pumpkin cream cheese muffins coming back, as always, with spiced pumpkin cake, a sweet cream cheese filling, and chopped spiced pepitas on top. I love that. It's one of my favorite desserts that they do. And finally, for those of us who treat the return of pumpkin spice latte as an annual holiday of its own right, Starbucks is introducing a new PSL Society merchandise collection featuring seasonal drinkware and a PSL-themed hat. Now, I have to say, I haven't seen the hat anywhere, but if we're going on the images that they have currently on the Starbucks website, I'm super underwhelmed. So what they've shown, they've got an orange mug with their Starbucks logo, and a Wallow brand water bottle with a little sort of doodle style pumpkin on it, a plastic cold, it might be glass, but it looks plastic, cold cup with the same pumpkin doodle on it, and kind of white spots, and then a white mug covered in orange spots that, to be honest, it just reminds me of someone who's ill, like chicken pox or something. I'm sorry, once I saw it, I couldn't unsee it.
Right.
So there have also been rumors floating around about a possible Peanuts collaboration, which, by the way, would have been much better, Starbucks. But those have not been substantiated yet. If it does happen, though, it would be a massive improvement over what's currently on their website. And just to once again climb onto my very tiny seasonal soapbox, the UK has been getting markedly better Starbucks fall and Halloween merchandise for the last few years. Last year, they had an amazing figural white pumpkin mug with a little black cat on it. They also had some fantastic steel-walled hot tumblers for both Halloween and fall. And even Costa Coffee, which is another UK coffee brand, got some really nice seasonal stuff. But and neither the Starbucks UK or Costa have announced their full 2026 fall seasonal merchandise lineup yet. So I'm putting that on, the side for now. We'll get back into it when they do release it. But yeah, we have to give the UK some Halloween and fall merchandise wins. And as somebody who spent years living over there, I can say they definitely deserve this one. But Starbucks US, come on, step up. You need to get your game in order.
Yeah, they do.
Or just let us buy the UK stuff instead, because it's definitely been better.
Yeah.
And all right, our last listener submitted one comes from Patreon supporter Abby Sibley in the UK. And so we already knew that the Disney and Starbucks had collaborated on a Haunted Mansion themed set of drinkware that is available in their parks. But let's just step over to Falloween rather than Halloween for just a minute. There is a new Starbucks Pumpkin Spice Disney collection at Disney's Magic Kingdom. It's super cute travel mugs, tumblers, Stanley style cups, bags, cup holders, all featuring Mickey and Minnie Mouse pumpkins and fall leaves or colors. They're so cute. Really, really good. Much better than what they're offering in their standard Starbucks stores. So again, if you're going to Disney, please send us the Starbucks merch. And last but not least for today, in terms of food, we have Panera Bread releasing its fall menu on August 19th. So that makes them the first that I know of. They have a hot and iced pumpkin spice latte, because is it really a fall menu without a pumpkin spice latte? They have a pumpkin spice frozen Java, pumpkin spice cinnamon roll stuffed with pumpkin pie type filling and pumpkin spice icing, a caramel pumpkin slice, pumpkin pie slice cake, and their traditional pumpkin shortbread cookies that they put out every year. So super exciting. If you are a fan of Panera and you have one near you, they will be out very, very soon. And then moving on from food, this is very exciting for me. Native offer bath and body products, so body wash, deodorant, shampoo, conditioner, body lotions, and they have a fall collection that has just been announced, and it's Peanuts themed. I'm so excited. So they have a really cool collaboration where they can use the officially licensed characters across all of their bottles and things like that. The scents are maple latte, which is notes of maple syrup, pumpkin latte, and spiced plum. Harvest Moon, which has notes of fig, blackberry, and sandalwood. Crisp Night Sky, which has notes of balsam fir, fresh mint, and lavender. And Apple Orchard, which has notes of green apple, crisp pear, and musk. And that is it for my Code Oranges this week. I am super excited about that, and I will definitely be ordering me some maple latte deodorant. Because if you can't go around smelling like pumpkin spice, what is the world coming to?
Right.
RingCentral's AI receptionist uses voice AI to answer on the first ring, so you'll never miss a call again. In just a few minutes, you can personalize your own AI receptionist to answer questions, route calls, schedule appointments, and even send texts in multiple languages. Plus, it's easy to scale. Create unlimited AI receptionists across any phone system. It's all powered by one reliable platform for effortless AI communications. See for yourself at ringcentral.com. RingCentral, voice of your business.
Yeah, this past week I went to Home Goods, and man, it took me for a little bit of money because they had a really nice mug that I had to get. It was hand painted, orange, black, nice, beautiful scene. And I sent it to you, so you saw it.
Yes, I saw the picture. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have it here. It's at my house.
I had avoided Home Goods up until that point.
Yeah.
and then we had a tax-free weekend here in Massachusetts this past weekend. Yeah. So I stopped into Home Goods just to look. It's never just looking. Never just looking. They had some great Peanuts-themed great pumpkin stuff. So I indulged just a little bit within reason.
Yeah. They had so much stuff. I didn't think they were going to have that much. It was like
amazing.
Half the store had stuff in it. And it was crazy.
Home Goods is always great. I don't tend to buy their art pieces anymore because I just don't have any more shelf space or storage space.
Yeah.
But if it's something functional like a mug, I'm all over it.
Yeah. That's fun. Yeah. I got a nice blanket too. And the blanket's so soft. It was really soft.
They have the best.
Pretty pricey, but I mean, yeah. I bought it. And I found the matching pillow, but the pillow was just as much as the blanket. And I was like, no, I can't do that. So I kind of just
the prices are definitely up this year.
Yeah, but
I have noticed.
All right, so if that's it for the Code Orange, I think we should move into the haunt-lines. We did get a lot of haunt-line calls, and of course, if you want to call the haunt-line and be featured on the show, 731-400-0472. That will get you straight to the haunt-line. Leave us a message. Let us know what you think. If you got any questions, if you want to tell us about some paranormal experience, or if you just want to say hello, feel free to give it a call. Just voicemail, and you can be featured on the show. But let's get started.
And just to be clear, because you've sent us a hotline call, does not mean it's necessarily going to be used on the very next show.
Yes.
So don't worry if you haven't heard your hotline call. It will probably get played, soon-ish. But sometimes if we have one that we know is fitting a theme that we're going to have soon, we will save it and bank it for that. Yes. So it will get played. Just be patient.
Yes, please. We are people with lives, so we do what we can. All right, let's get started.
Hey, Lyle and Meghan. This is Lynn Workman from the Memphis Ghostbusters and the Drawing Funny podcast. I had a fun story I thought I'd share with you. Several years back, some friends and I were doing a charity haunted house, and we'd go do R&D trips. And one of our R&D trips was to HauntCon, which is a haunted attraction convention. They have a dealer's room, guests, panels, and they do tours of local haunted houses. Well, one night after the convention, we were all hanging out at the hotel bar, and down at one end of the bar was the original Leatherface, Gunnar Hansen, and the remake of Texas Chainsaw Massacre's Leatherface from 2003 and the prequel of 2006, Andrew Bernarski. Well, while we were all sitting there at the bar, this pizza delivery guy comes in and starts asking, hey, anybody order a pizza? And nobody responded. So, after a couple minutes, he turned around and started to walk out. Well, Andrew stood up and goes, hey, how much? So he goes over and pays the guy for the pizzas and then takes the boxes and walks around and starts handing everybody a slice. Once he's done, he goes back down and sits with Gunnar, and they continue their conversation. And I looked at my buddies and I go, do you realize we're in Texas and Leatherface just bought us dinner and it's a meat lover's pizza? This HauntCon not only had like the dealer's floor and, different panel rooms and stuff like that, but they had a costume ball going on the same time at the same floor as a wedding and an amputee convention. So riding in the elevators was pretty interesting. We had a little mini killer clown guy named Stabbo, and we got on there, and there were two older ladies dressed up like they were going to church on Sunday, apparently, headed down to the wedding. We got on, and they looked a little concerned, and then, a zombie or something like that would get on with us. And then Andrew got on, and he's like, hey, my little buddy Stabbo. And he starts, going over there and giving Stabbo, noogies and stuff. And then the little old ladies, they kind of backed over into the corner, and their eyes got really, really big. Because Andrew is really, really big and really, really loud. So we get to the bottom floor, and they all get off the elevator, and they go to the wedding, and we go to the costume ball. And there were zombies and other kind of monsters, wandering the hallways between the different ballrooms where the events were taking place. Occasionally, we'd see somebody peek their head out of the doors for the wedding reception, or you'd see somebody walking down the hall with a fake limb. By the end of the evening, we saw those same little old ladies who were scared to death on the elevator walking around getting selfies made with all the monsters that they were encountering. Definitely an interesting weekend. Was just curious if either of you guys had some really interesting con experiences or some fun Halloween-related celebrity encounters. Really enjoying the podcast. Thanks a lot.
Hey, Lynn, thank you so much.
That was so good.
Yes, HauntCon. I haven't been to that one yet. I've been to a lot of conventions. And Meghan, you've never been to any of them, huh?
I have never been to a convention.
Man, you
the
are missing
closest
out.
I have ever got is, like I said, I lived and worked and went to school in Salem for a long time. And Halloween in October is like a full citywide convention, I should imagine, all day, every day for a month. But yeah. No, I've never been, so I'm looking forward to Wrestle Scream in October.
Yes, Wrestle Scream, October. When is that? October
9th.
Sure.
Is it 8th and 9th?
I think it's the 8th and 9th.
Yeah,
we will be
9th,
there.
I believe.
Wrestle Scream, that's in, I think, Knoxville area.
Knoxville, it's right by the
Knoxville.
airport.
We will be there, so if you guys want to check it out, wrestlescream.com. If you want to go and meet us, feel free to go over there if you're in the area. You don't have to fly in or anything just to see little old Meghan and me.
Nope.
But yeah, I mean, if you go,
you could.
Yeah, you could if you want to. They have some good celebrities. Dave Sheridan will be there. Not Ghostface. He's Doofy. Doofy will be there, and met him a few times. He's really, really cool. Who else will be there? Tyler Main. Halloween will be there. So, yeah, a lot of good horror celebrities will be there. So go and check it out. And we'll be there. But Megan's never been to any convention, so she probably doesn't have any stories. But I've had...
No.
I mean, I've told some of the stories. Brian Austin Green asking me where the bathroom is. Jenny Spano hitting on me, but even though she said she didn't hit on me, and I said, yes, she did. Norman Reedus was at a bar with us once. Nothing really fancy happened or crazy, but he tapped me on the shoulder and he's like, "Hey, did they do last call yet?" And I was like, "Yeah, you better get up there and get your drink before they," which is weird because last call was at like 10:30 at night, so that was pretty weird at the hotel. Yeah, I mean, I've met a lot of celebrities. I've talked to a lot of them. We've, nothing really crazy. I did see a couple of celebrities in the elevators a few times, and they're always really tense, which is so weird. I'm like, dude, I don't care who you are. You're nobody to me, really. So I'm not going to do anything to you. But no, there they go. Very tense. I've met a lot of them, and a lot of the ones that aren't here anymore. I remember meeting, what's his name? Rico Browning, who was the last surviving Universal monster. He played Gilman in the Creature from the Black Lagoon. He was the one that did all of the stuff in the water. I met him before he passed. I think her name was Julie Adams. I think was in that movie as well. She did a lot of conventions too before she passed. So yeah, a lot of I've been to a lot of conventions, met a lot of people. Don't really have any really crazy stories, or at least none that I can remember, because there's been sometimes in my younger days where I don't remember a lot of them because I was so enamored, I guess you could say. So
that's all right. Remember. After Russell Scream, we might have some.
Yes. I've never been with anybody who was closely related to something that I do. So I've always been there by myself or with my daughter or with my wife. She has nothing to do with the podcast. Callie has nothing to do with the podcast, really. She just likes to go to these things. But it's going to be a different experience with me and Megan. Oh, yeah. It will.
I'm going to be dragging Lyle around and be like, "Come on, Lyle, we're going to talk to this person."
You'd be like, "Megan, I don't like social settings. I know I go to these things, but I don't like to talk to people."
Just stand there and smile. He'll be fine.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Smile. Yeah. Got it.
Smile, nod.
Yeah. Smile, nod. All right. Let's move on to the next one. Thank you so much for that one, Lynn. That's call number 2 from Lynn. I mean, he's already getting up there on the hotline calls.
Hey guys, it's Blake. I'm the one that sent you the Facebook message the other day about not being able to leave another review because I did 6 years ago. I was calling because I have a cool kind of spooky story. It's kind of sweet though at the same time. So my dad passed away when I was 16 years old. That was in 2008. After a battle with lung cancer, and my niece was not born before he passed. My sister was pregnant at the time whenever he passed away, but she had not been born yet. She did not ever have the chance to meet my dad, her granddad. Okay, so my dad passes away. Fast forward to whenever my niece was a toddler, still sleeping in the crib, and my brother-in-law tells me a story, about how he got up and walked into the hallway one day, early in the morning before anyone was awake, but he heard my niece in her crib kind of laughing and just kind of peeked in a little bit, cracked the door, peeked his head in, and he noticed something that she was doing that was very similar to something that my dad used to do. Now, my dad was a big Little Rascals fan, which kind of translated or transferred over to me as a kid with the Little Rascals reboot movie that they made in the 90s. I used to love it, watched it all the time, and my favorite characters were Buckwheat and Porky. And so I loved them anytime they were on screen. And they used to do the thing where they would kind of swipe their hand through the air and say, "Ote." And that's something my dad used to do a lot, like to us. He would make the same hand motions and he would say, "Ote." And that was something that was just one of his bits that he did with all of the kids, with his grandson, my nephew who was born first, obviously, and cousins and things like that. It was just something he did a lot. And my brother-in-law peeks his head into my niece's bedroom. She's standing in the crib and she's making that motion, and saying, "Oh, Tay." And to his knowledge, she had never seen any episodes of The Little Rascals. She had not watched the movie with Little Rascals, and genuinely has no idea how in the world where she would have learned that from. So we're not saying that the ghost of my dad visited her or anything like that, but it is a sweet little thought of maybe like because he didn't meet her in. Sorry, I ran out of time there. My apologies. I wanted to finish telling you though, like that, not saying that he was haunting her or anything like that, but it is a sweet notion to think of him not being able to meet her while he was alive, but in the afterlife he met her and all that, because he was such a great person, and we all miss him dearly. And something I tell my niece all the time is like he was such a great person, and he would have absolutely loved you. And I know that's true. So thank you again, for your podcast, and thank you guys again for inspiring me to start, my own podcast back up. I don't think I mentioned I'm in South Carolina, but obviously if I do a podcast called South Carolina Spook Show, it kind of makes sense, right? Anyway, thank you guys so much. Appreciate y'all. Keep it up. Have a good one.
Oh, that's just the nicest thing. He came to visit her. Oh,
Yeah.
I love that. I absolutely love that.
I do too.
And yes, I'm aware of your podcast, and as promised, I have started listening to the old episodes. So thank you so much. And it's really humbling that you say we inspired you to start it up again. So I'm tremendously humbled by that. So thank you.
Yeah. Well, Blake, thanks again for that review 6 years ago. We really appreciate that. That was before Meghan, so you've been listening for quite a while. And I sorry to hear about your dad passing, even though it's been almost 20 years now. But that type of stuff never really goes away. And yeah, my dad also had lung cancer. Well, he didn't have lung cancer; he had throat cancer. But he's doing better now. Which is good. But yeah, that made me think a lot about the things that our dads do. His dad would do the Otay thing. I do a lot of dumb things like that. I mean, they're not really dumb, but they're just things that my kids are going to remember when they get older. Kind of like how Blake remembered this from when his dad used to do it to him all the time. Yeah. Like there's a certain thing about being a father that it's okay. Your kids should never see you all the time as the authority figure. Mm-hmm. They should also see you as, hey, this guy's a little goofy, but he can be stern, but yet he's a little goofy. So when I get older, it's okay to be a little goofy, but you still have to be stern, and you got to be a father. You got to do what you got to do. So that's just one of the many things that I do as a father, is just do stupid random things like that. Fun side. Yeah, and the kids love it.
Teach them there's a time and a place.
Yes, that is it. So Blake, thanks so much for that. And South Carolina, that's really not that far from Russell's Creek, probably. Well, who knows? Depending on where you are in South Carolina, if you're closer to the Tennessee border. So if you're not doing anything that weekend, come on out and say hey. We'd love to meet you.
All right. Thank you.
Next up.
RingCentral's AI receptionist uses voice AI to answer on the first ring, so you'll never miss a call again. In just a few minutes, you can personalize your own AI receptionist to answer questions, route calls, schedule appointments, and even send texts in multiple languages. Plus, it's easy to scale. Create unlimited AI receptionists across any phone system. It's all powered by one reliable platform for effortless AI communications. See for yourself at ringcentral.com. RingCentral, voice of your business.
Hey, Lyle and Meghan, not long time listener, short time listener in the last year. I love your guys' Halloween podcast. I've talked to Meghan. My name is Zach Hawley, and I am from Cincinnati, Ohio. Excuse me. I talked to Meghan. I run a page called Tri-State Fright Nights on Instagram. So it's dedicated to haunted attractions, stuff going around. I do giveaways for the local Ohio area. Been doing it for the last couple of years. Anyway, I wanted to call the hotline to say hey to you guys. Love the podcast. It's always giving me something to look forward to towards the Halloween time, which is coming up soon. I just wanted to let you guys know you're doing a great job with the podcast. I talked to Megan a little bit after you guys started following me on the Tri-State Fright Nights page. I did want to cover an idea that you guys should do. You guys should totally do 90s kids horror, I guess you could say, TV shows such as Are You Afraid of the Dark? One that a lot of people don't talk much about is Erie, Indiana, if you remember that show. And then, of course, Goosebumps. I was thinking that you guys could maybe cover like the 90s based TV shows that are based off of like the horror genres or the books like Goosebumps. I think you guys should do a podcast about that. You guys kind of did one today I was really excited about. I listened to the Scholastic book club one. I think I mentioned Megan something kind of about Goosebumps. I don't know if I necessarily said anything about the bookmobile, but I definitely remember those. They're super cool. And I'm glad you guys did a podcast about that. It brought back a lot of nostalgia, especially you guys talking about the scary stories to tell in the dark, and I just loved all that stuff. But yeah, you guys should totally do an episode based off like the 90s TV shows. Are You Afraid of the Dark? All-time favorite on Nickelodeon. Goosebumps, obviously. And then Erie, Indiana. A lot of people don't talk much about it, but even though it was a short season, love it. You can still watch it, I think, like on Tubi and some other stuff. There's a bunch of like streaming sites that you can watch that now, and I'm super excited. And also Goosebumps, the TV show, is now on Paramount Plus, and I think it was also on Tubi as well. Anyway, if you guys are ever looking, by the way, for any great like Halloween series TV stuff that's great towards horror movies or whatever not, I was going to say Tubi has the best stuff for it. I think they just added Tales from the Crypt too. So you could talk about all kinds of cool, spooky TV shows from the 90s. That's my idea. Guys, keep up with the great podcast. Lyle, Megan, you guys are awesome. Hopefully we can maybe do some kind of chat, maybe a collaboration here soon, maybe do a video chat with you guys for my Instagram and then my Facebook page you guys already follow. You guys have a great one. Have a spooky haunted season coming here up soon. And yeah.
Oh, Zach is going to love our countdown.
Yeah.
You're going to have, all the things. All the things.
Yes.
We
definitely
have some fun plans. Definitely tune in. It's going to be right up your alley.
Yeah.
No, he's nice guy, and it's a great thing they're doing too with the Tri-State Fright Nights. It looks like an awful lot of fun.
Yeah.
As you said, they're on Facebook and Instagram. On Instagram, it's all one word, Tri-State Fright Night without the dash, and then on Facebook, it's Tri-State Fright Nights. Looks really, really cool. And he just seems to be an all-around nice guy, and we're so happy to have you listening.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're gonna love the countdown this year. So
you definitely are.
Enjoy.
Yeah. Thank you so much for the kind words and for the suggestion on the 90s horror TV shows, which I've actually done numerous shows on them before. I've done lots of Goosebumps. I've done lots of Are You Afraid of the Dark shows. I think we even did like my top 5 shows or things like that. I don't remember. I've been doing this for 9 years. So
these are all before my time. Yes.
Yes, this was all before Megan. So if you want to hear more of Megan, then I guess obviously you don't want to listen to the old ones. You want us to do some new stuff, but we do have some ideas on doing like revisits with a lot of stuff because the podcast is extremely different now than what it was 5-6 years ago when I was doing it by myself. So different show, but I do remember Erie, Indiana. I loved it. I thought it was great. I've met Omri Katz, who is, what is his name on the show? For whatever reason, I'm blanking. But the boy on the show, he was also in Hocus Pocus. I've met him numerous times. He signed my skeleton, the back of my skeleton. You can see it. Well, the people in the pumpkin room can see it. So again, if you're not in the pumpkin room, go to patreon.com/thehalloweenpod and get signed up for the pumpkin room because we do so much other stuff that never makes the feed that gets put up there. But
it's Marshall. His name in the show is Marshall.
That's
Marshall
right.
Teller.
That's right, because I think it's on here. Oh no, it's not. It's on.
No.
I have it over here somewhere. He signed a picture for me. I'm trying to get him on the show. I've been trying for the past few.
If anybody knows him, or if you're a fan, hop onto his socials and be like, you should really go on the Halloween podcast.
Yes. Just bug him about the Halloween podcast. He remembers the show.
Because then you will get to hear him too.
Yes. He's when I saw him this last time, he recognized me and he said, "Hey, the Halloween podcast." And I was like, "Yes, that is me." So he does know the show. He does know it's there. So if you want to see him on the show or hear him on the show, please reach out to him. Or if you follow him, if you know him, tell him to come on. He will have a good time. But Erie, Indiana, don't want to give out too much, but we do have a celebrity interview that he was on the show. So be on the lookout for that if you like some Erie, Indiana stuff.
Alrighty.
Let's move on to the next one.
Well, I'm not really calling to state anything that has happened, but my name is Magnus the Mighty from the great state of Michigan. So I'm calling to say hello, love the podcast, love what you're doing. I would love to hear an episode that people talk about scary games or Halloween-themed board games they do this time of year. So I'd love to hear something like that. My favorite is Fury of Dracula. All right. Have a good day.
Ooh.
I have not heard that one.
Me either. It sounds good, though.
Yeah. I did do an episode on board games.
Yes, you did.
I don't know, like 3 years ago now. That was, again, before Meghan. Maybe we should definitely do another one. We had plans to, like, play a Halloween board game or something.
Yes. Yeah, we were talking about Nightmare.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, we will do it eventually. But that sounds like a fun idea. We can definitely do something like that. Talk about those Halloween board games.
The closest we came was the video game versus board game quiz show.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Those are always fun. I love watching Megan's gears turn as I'm telling these things. And then I can just see Megan's gears just going and then she comes out with this 100% analysis like I would think Meghan would come up with. And I'm like, Meghan, it's just the game. Just give me your answer, Meghan. Just the game. But we have a lot of fun.
Just a game.
Yeah, but we have lots of fun.
We're in it to win it.
Yeah. But those were our hotline calls. So again, if you want to be part of the hotline conversation, give us a call, 731-400-0472. Very easy number to remember. And it is just a voicemail, so just give it a call. Just keep it family-friendly for us, please. And under 3 minutes, if you can, please. Next up, let us go to In Memoriam. So, Meghan, I got nothing. There was nothing. So
we like weeks where there's nothing in this category.
Yes, we love it.
They're all still with us.
Yeah. So let's move on to This Week in Halloween History. Meghan, what you got?
Woohoo! So, on August 4th, 1892, one of New England's most enduring murder mysteries began inside the Borden family home in Fall River, Massachusetts, when Andrew Borden and his second wife, Abby, were brutally killed with a hatchet. Abby was killed first in an upstairs guest room, and Andrew was attacked roughly 1.5 hours later while resting on a sofa downstairs. Suspicion soon centered on Andrew's 32-year-old daughter, Lizzie Borden, who was arrested on August 11th and eventually tried for both murders. The case became a national sensation, but on June 20th, 1893, the jury found Lizzie not guilty. No one else was ever charged, and the murders remain unsolved. Yet Lizzie's name became permanently attached to the crime, helped in no small part by the famous rhyme claiming she took an axe and gave her mother 40 whacks before giving her father 41. It's a wonderfully macabre folklore, but almost every part of it is questionable or simply wrong. Abby was Lizzie's stepmother, not her mother. Lizzie was acquitted, so we cannot state as a fact that she wielded the weapon, and neither victim received anything close to 40 blows. Andrew suffered roughly 10 to the head and face, while Abby suffered around 19, although some historical accounts give her total as 18 because of differences in how the wounds were counted and described. Even whether we should call the weapon an axe or a hatchet has become tangled up in the story. Injuries were consistent with a hatchet-like weapon, and a hatchet head recovered from the Borden cellar became an important piece of evidence, but it was never conclusively established as the murder weapon. More than 130 years later, we still cannot say with certainty who killed Andrew and Abby Borden, leaving the events of that August morning suspended somewhere between true crime, New England history, and enduring dark folklore. Have you ever heard that rhyme, Lyle?
I have heard that rhyme. I wasn't much into nursery rhymes as a kid, so I know there's a lot of like weird ones.
This one says, Lizzie Borden had an axe, gave her father 40 whacks. When she saw what she had done, she gave her mother 41. But yeah.
That, and
but
like, how is that told? Do you tell that to kids? Like, how is that?
No, it's just something that gets said. Like, it's not taught in schools or anything. It's just
like you're trying to put
that gets passed around.
You're trying to put your baby to bed, and all of a sudden you tell them that one. Like, is that what it's supposed to be?
You have to come up with a tune.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
it's weird.
It's not a thing that you're taught. It's just a thing that's in the culture. And I don't know if it's a thing that's passed around all over the country or if that's just a New England thing where it's still passed around. But it definitely is. If you're so inclined, the house that is in question, the house where the murder took place and where Lizzie Borden lived, operates as a museum. So it's fully restored to match its appearance during the tragic events of 1892 and offers daytime tours, ghost tours, and paranormal investigations. It is also a bed and breakfast. So visitors can rent one of the themed rooms or suites, such as the rooms occupied by the family or their maid, experiencing an 1892 style Victorian decor experience. It has a hugely haunted reputation. It is frequently marketed as one of America's most haunted houses, with visitors and staff reportedly hearing unexplained noises and seeing shadowy apparitions regularly. I believe it was also included a coffee shop at one point.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Have you ever been?
I have never been, and it's really not that far away from me at all. I should really, really go.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, Massachusetts isn't really that big.
No, it's not.
You could probably do that in an hour or so.
Yeah, you can drive, like, especially where I'm sort of in the middle-ish, you can drive to either end in about 2 hours.
Yeah.
But yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, I'm curious now. I want to see where this is. It'll cost you about $228 to stay there.
I feel like that's cheap these days when you're looking at hotels. Hotels and everything have gone crazy.
Oh wow, it's in like a very it's like in a busy area. Yeah, you should definitely go sometime, Megan.
I should definitely go. There aren't many reasons why I would go to Fall River. No shade on Fall River. It's just not a place that I ever have any need to go. But this might be a reason that I need to go.
Yeah.
This might be a reason. But yeah, it's super, super cool that you can actually stay there if you wish.
Yeah.
If you are so inclined.
Yeah. All right. I'll definitely stay at one point if I ever.
Yeah. When you guys come up, I'm telling you, we'll do a whole road trip with you guys.
That would be great. That would be great. My wife would be like, "What in the world are we doing?" We will drag you
the length and breadth of New England, doing all the spooky things.
You won't drag me. I would love it. My poor wife, would be like, again. Is there
There'll be fun other things that she may enjoy.
She'll be like, "Is there a Hobby Lobby nearby?"
Yes. Yeah. We'll take her to all the craft places. We'll take her to all the cool shops. Yeah. Don't worry. We got all angles covered.
Perfect. All right. So that was This Week in Halloween History. And now let's move on to our ratings and reviews. We got quite a few. Megan, I'll do the first one and you can do the next.
Yep.
So this one is actually we just passed 200. So now we have 201 Apple Podcast reviews.
Thank you so much, folks.
Yes, thank you to everyone who has left us a review. If you have not left us a review, please leave us a review, Apple Podcasts or Spotify, wherever. Especially now, because now that we're getting into the Super Bowl, I guess you can say, of Halloween, we can definitely benefit by you leaving us a nice review, and that might tell Apple Podcasts that this is a podcast that needs to be shared to everyone, and they might feature it. So please go ahead and do that and download the show, listen to the show, share the show, do everything you possibly can to help us get new listeners. But this first review is titled Simply the Best by Halloween Buff, is what they call themselves. Absolutely love the podcast. In addition of Meghan, love that they're adding more new episodes weekly. And yes,
thank you.
Instead of an episode every so often, you guys are now getting 4 different episodes of the Halloween podcast in a week. That's a lot of work, guys. A lot of work.
All right. Next up, we have Halloween 365 from Lynn Workman. Thank you. Glad to listen and learn about Halloween all year long. Great conversations and research. This podcast does their Halloween homework. Thank you, Lynn. I'm so glad that you appreciate all the work we put into it behind the scenes in researching for the episodes.
Yeah. There's a lot of work that goes into it. It's not like we sit here twiddling our thumbs. We are working for you.
Yeah, we don't come on and just off the cuff.
No, we should though, because man, sometimes it gets overwhelming with how much research we got to do. But the cool thing is I love looking through old newspapers. I love my subscription to newspapers.com. I can sit there for years just looking at
we should
so
ask
much.
if they'll sponsor us.
Oh, I should.
It's like, we talk about you.
We do.
You should.
They'll be like, no, get away from me. And I'm like, oh, well, that was a good thought. So,
They might
next up.
sponsor us for spooky season.
Yes. Next up, my favorite podcast by Mr. Kegerator, which I think that's a nice, was that 80 ounces of drink or something like that? I don't know how big a keg is.
A kegerator is a converted fridge. Have you ever seen one?
No, I have not.
Yeah, it's the old fridges that's big enough to hold, with all the shelves removed, that's big enough to hold a keg, and there's a tap on the front.
Nice.
My dad famously made one.
Nah.
But yeah, it's a thing.
him.
People do it.
Yeah, perfect. All right. He goes on to say, this is my favorite podcast to listen to in the car. It definitely helps me get my dose of spooky, especially outside of October when there is nothing else of this quality anywhere that is specifically Halloween themed. Lyle is great, and Meghan has made an amazing addition. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
We appreciate that. Thank you so much for the kind words, for the review. And I'm glad that we can give you that dose of spookiness throughout the entire year. That's what we're here for.
Yes, absolutely. And shout out, Steltonian. What's up, Lyle and Meghan? Halloween rules. What's up, Steltonian?
Yes.
Yes, it does.
It does. Thank you so much for that review. And you got yourself a shout out. Thank you so much.
Yeah. And we also had a listener question this week.
Oh, wow.
It was posted under one of our Scholastic Book Fair posts. And it comes from Magnus Sinclair. Now, I don't know if this is the same Magnus that was in our Hauntline call, but if it is, hello again. And if it's a different Magnus, hello, other Magnus. But he said, love the studio and the closet, Lyle. Haunted houses or haunted hayride? What's your favorite?
Well, first off, it's really not a closet. I mean, it would be a huge closet. The room's really not that small. It just looks that small in the little frame. But
it's the closet I wish I had. Yeah,
I mean it's long. It's probably like a 10 by 20. I don't know. I told Meghan it was the same size as a jail cell.
It is.
It pretty much is.
Up in there with all your Halloween memorabilia.
Yeah, that's just some of it. I have totes and totes and totes of stuff.
Oh, I believe it. I believe it.
When I actually
also Snap.
When I get to Oklahoma and actually set up the real studio in a couple years, it will have everything in it. It will be like a museum in here. You definitely will.
The question of the hour, are you a haunted houses or a haunted hayride person? I am presuming he means haunted houses, the attraction, not literal haunted houses.
Well, it depends. If I'm by myself, haunted houses. If I'm with the kids, the hayride, of course. Because the hayride, they would enjoy that more than walking around a haunted house with them yelling boo to my kids.
Yeah.
So I personally, I would prefer doing the haunted house. I love going through these things, looking at things. I don't scare easily. I don't. There's been numerous times where I'm just hanging around in public. There's a huge noise. Everyone gasps, and I'm still continuing doing what I'm doing. Like those things just don't. It doesn't. I don't know. My kids jump out of any nook and cranny when I'm walking through the house, and I would just continue on my way like I was doing before they tried to scare me. And they're like, "Dad, do you not get scared?" I'm like, "I don't know. I don't know if I do or not." So,
or maybe you do. It just registers so subtly.
Yeah. I mean, I am very calm. If you probably haven't noticed by now, Megan. So
Yes.
I don't scare easily. That's probably why I have such a fascination with ghosts that it won't scare me. I would just say hello or probably walk to it and see what happens. But that has yet to actually really happen.
See, I'm one of those people, I actually enjoy being scared. So I always joke, my husband's like, "You're crazy," because I watch all these spooky films and things, and he really does not love them.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, but some people skydive. This is safer and cheaper. So what's to complain about?
Yeah.
So I like the little adrenaline rush that comes with being scared. But I am solidly a haunted hayride fan. Like,
Really?
I love both. I love haunted houses, enjoy going into them. But for me, there's just something about a haunted hayride that like presses all the right buttons, because it's the spooky stuff, but it's also fall because it's like a hayride.
Yeah.
And I've been on some really, really amazing haunted hayrides that were really well done. And I also feel like the lines for haunted hayrides, like from a purely practical standpoint, the lines for haunted hayrides are always less frustrating. They move a lot quicker because there's a set number of people they can get on the thing, and they drive around at pretty much the same pace.
Right.
So they feel like they're moving more regularly. Whereas at a haunted house, like, people can go through them fast or people can go through them slow. You have no real control over how quickly someone walks through a thing.
Right.
And presumably they're counting before they're letting more people in. So you could be in that line forever until you're a real ghost that could haunt the place. But yeah, so I'm a haunted hayride fanatic, but I also enjoy haunted houses.
Yeah. Well, Megan, are you a screamer when you watch scary stuff?
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh well,
okay.
not scary films.
Oh. Okay.
When it's scary films, I do sometimes get aggravated, like especially when you watch the really old slashers and they do something stupid.
Yeah.
You're like, why are you running into there? Like, why would you just run away?
Yeah.
But when it comes to paranormal stuff and things like that, I can be I definitely jump. Like, I'm a jumper, but I don't scream. Generally don't scream.
Yeah.
There was one time, and it was in the worst possible place. I was on an airplane. And I thought it would be a good idea to watch, I can't even remember which one it was now, whatever the latest offering was from the Conjuring universe on the airplane.
Okay.
And they had, it was a night flight. I was going over to Ireland or wherever it was at the time. And probably when I was dating my husband. But they had turned all the lights off. It was dark. It was quiet. And the spooky part would come. And sometimes I do cover my mouth just as a fail-safe. I forgot.
No.
Screaming on an airplane in the middle of the night is not a good idea.
No. My
Thankfully,
wife's...
it was like just a tiny little kind of scream, and people recovered quickly. But I was startled, and so was everyone around me.
Yeah. Well, Mandy's a screamer, and it's not what I'm watching that will make me jump. It's her scream.
Her reaction.
Something will happen, and I even say, Mandy, something's about to happen. I can feel it. And she goes, okay. And then next thing you know, it happens, and she screams. And I'm like, I told you that something was about to happen, yet you still screamed. She's like, yeah.
Oh, see, I enjoy that. Like, I feed off of that. There's always fun to have somebody in the room who kind of screams a bit, because then it's like, ooh, it's more exciting for everybody else. And I'm also a big fan of jump scares.
Yeah.
Like, if somebody is around me long enough and I'm comfortable enough with them, at some point I will pop out from around a corner or under the stairs or something and scare them.
Yeah.
My poor brother-in-law has got the brunt of all that most recently. But yeah, I'm a big fan of jumping out at people and scaring them.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for that question, Magnus. We appreciate it. If you guys have any questions, of course, just leave us some questions. Megan will eventually see it because I don't really notice things, apparently. She's like, did you know we had a question? I was like, no. She's like, yeah, look. And I was like, oh, cool.
I troll through all our social media stuff on a pretty much daily basis, so I tend to notice those things.
Yeah, if you get a response, chances are it's Megan. Chances are it's Megan. If it's if it's
9
me,
times out of 10,
I will make my presence known. So I'll say, hey, Lyle. That way you know you're talking to me. But yeah, let's move on to Pumpkin Roll Call. So unfortunately, we've had no new Patreon supporters this week, which is fine, but we always would love to have more people in the Pumpkin Room. So go to patreon.com/thehalloweenpod and give us a little donation, become a supporter. That really does help keep the Halloween podcast going because it is not.
We have expenses.
We have expenses, all right. And we have a big one coming up soon. Like our biggest one is the StreamYard that we use to record. Mm-hmm. That one I need to renew it next month, and it's going to be a pretty penny. So if you love the Halloween podcast, you want to support us, then either leave us a review or download all of our shows. Just go onto your thing and just download all of our shows. Listen to all of our shows. Tell all your friends. If you see somebody posting somewhere, either on Reddit, Facebook, you name it, X, anywhere, Instagram, and they go, hey, does anybody have any spooky podcast recommendations? Your response should be, of course I do. And then just immediately tell them about the Halloween podcast.
Tag us in it so they can find us right away.
Yes, tag us because believe it or not, word of mouth is the best form of advertising. So,
for sure. And just on that note, very, very quickly, let me try and find it here. It was very recent. Just wanted to say a huge thank you to somebody who did that recently. Perfect. So we have...
Well, while Megan is looking at that, you can go to our website, www.thehalloweenpodcast.com. We should really start doing more blog posts, but we've been a little busy, preoccupied we do 4 shows now, plus we're trying to get this countdown going. If you have any questions, comments, or want to suggest anything for a future show, send us an email, info@thehalloweenpodcast.com. Of course, call the hotline, 731-400-0472. We really enjoy those. We love reacting to those. And if we want to do a 5th show for you guys, we need more of those. So don't be shy. Just give us a call and we will be happy to react to your message. Like us on all of our socials, facebook.com/The Halloween Podcast, Instagram as well at instagram.com/The Halloween Podcast. And we also have a YouTube channel, which we don't really post too much there, but our shows go up there as well. And that is, I guess, just the Halloween Podcast. You'll be able to find it. It was easy to find for me. And I think that is all of our follow-us. Right. So, Megan, you got it?
Yes. Spooky00 Grandma's Crypt gave us a shout-out as one of the things she thinks people should be listening to. So thank you so much.
Oh, nice.
She tagged us in her story last night as one of the people she thinks are worth following. So thank you so much, Spooky00 Grandma's Crypt, for
what a
giving
name.
us a
Thank
shout
you so
out.
much.
We so appreciate it.
We really appreciate it.
I love it. You should see the picture. The profile picture is amazing.
Oh boy, yeah.
So please follow her back.
Yeah, I will check it out. But that is on that note, I guess that is the end of our Monday update. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. And join us again on Wednesday because we got a pretty good week for you guys. Oh, Megan, were we supposed to do our announcement this week?
About we did. We did, but we have some housekeeping. I was just going to say in relation to the announcement.
Yes, that's
so
probably.
Just so you guys are aware, the regularly scheduled programming is going to be slightly disrupted in the weeks coming ahead. So we have this huge undertaking of our countdown. Which, again, is going to be Zennial Halloween themed. So if you missed that, rewind, start from the beginning. It's all there. But what is going to happen, because we need to record a show for every single day of the week going through September and October, we're going to have to allot some of our usually scheduled recording time to doing that. Because we're real people, we have lives and real families who patiently keep all the plates spinning so that we're able to do this. But we can't ask them to do it every day.
Yeah.
So the episodes coming up in the next few weeks are going to be pared down significantly, but we promise it is because something even more amazing is coming. And once the countdown is over, regularly scheduled programming will resume, possibly with an additional show if you guys send us more hotline calls. So,
yeah.
Do you have anything more to say, Lyle, about that?
Nope, that is it. And we appreciate all of you guys for hanging out with us today. And in general, really, because it would be a whole different other show if there was nobody listening.
Yes, if we were just speaking into the void.
Yes. But thank you guys so much. And we will see you on Wednesday because this week is regular, correct, Megan? Right?
Yes, this week is the last regular week. And then after that, they'll still get something every week. Don't worry, we're not going to abandon you completely. But it'll just be pared down. There'll be fewer episodes or shorter episodes. We haven't quite figured out what that's going to look like yet. But it will be different, noticeably different.
Yeah. Just
until we start the countdown.
Yeah. And then once the countdown starts, new show every single day, even on Sundays. So if you're you wake up Sunday, you go, man, I really wish I had a new episode of the What? I have a new episode of the
Bada bing.
There you go. All right. So until Wednesday, guys, we will see you later. Have a good night.
Have a good night.